Good morning. Hello. My name is Veda Remington, and today I am going to share, just me alone. I'm going to share a couple of tips if you find yourself lacking in motivation. You guys loving this angle with the chin? Woo! Okay. You find yourself lacking in motivation. The number one, or the first one that I'm going to share with you might seem kind of obvious, but check in with your health, your physical health, your nutrition, your sleep, your movement, and how well you're taking care of your body, as well as your internal spiritual, mental, and emotional health. Do you find yourself frequently overwhelmed with things and start working on reducing some of your mental and emotional stressors? And yes, human beings have the power to do that. And in another video, I either may have already shared something that will help you do that, or I will further clarify in the future. But for the purpose of this one, we're talking about motivation. So checking your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. Make sure that you're actually taking care of yourself. The second thing that I'm going to share with you is something that I've discovered, and it's been true for me, and I've also seen some others describe this as being something that kind of jump-started their motivation, and they started feeling better, feeling more motivated more often. So here it is. Get you a mission statement. Find something that is so worth it to you that you almost can't help but to feel energized and motivated. Right now, for me, that is kind of unlocking the secrets behind human behavior, why we operate the way that we do, what allows us to be so unique and so different, but also still have all of these parallels, that these very human behaviors that you almost see across the board for everybody. And sharing that with people. I am so beyond energized by this topic and this area of study that I am now motivated to not only get really super knowledgeable about this and start practicing, the practices that I've learned, but also to get good at things like teaching and sharing and communicating and dropping perfectionism so that I can share with you and not be so worried about what someone might think. And what's incredible is it's actually motivated me to get better at cleaning my house and be more connected with my children and my husband, and all of these things just kind of the motivation from that I experience, that energy and that motivation that kind of is generated whenever I am thinking about my mission, my purpose, my mission statement, that thing that's worth it to me, it overflows into every single area of my life. So, and I know that I'm not the only one that's true for. So if you find yourself kind of chronically unmotivated, I would be willing to bet that you are possibly, it's likely that you're kind of focused on the day-to-day and showing up for routines, as opposed to identifying with a particular mission or legacy or something that you're really trying to accomplish and achieve. You have to have those forward goals outside of just how you're going to show up on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. You have to have something out there, and it kind of just magnetizes you, and it draws you towards making those decisions, and it motivates you, and it spills out into every area of your life. So those are my tips. Check in with your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual well-being. Be honest with yourself about those things. Don't be that guy who's I function fine on 5.5 hours of sleep. I've been doing it for 8 years. I don't need to eat well. Everything just falls off of me. Whatever that is, oh, I just need coffee to go forward. I am not downing coffee, by the way. I drink coffee. I enjoy my coffee. Just be honest with yourself. Make sure that you're checking in with your body, that it's you got to maintain the instrument you're using to interact with the world in order to feel motivated. You also have to maintain your mind. You also have to study your mind. You have to learn it. You have to let it grow and evolve with you. And as you do that, you'll find motivation. And it will stick with you longer and more consistently. So yeah, that's it. One final note. Motivation is not required to move forward on your goals and achievements. Like I've been saying this for a while, it's really not required. But that being said, that one foot in front of the other, like I'm just going to show up and I'm going to do it and I'm going to go through the motions, do that when you absolutely need to, but I urge you to attempt to generate the energy and to attempt to work towards trying to find more motivation, that motivational energy more often, because spending time just going through the motions, that's like working off of willpower, right? And if you're working off of willpower, you're working off of borrowed energy, and that is not sustainable for humans. So don't do that for extended periods of time. Let that only get you through the moments that you absolutely cannot, and do not let it be chronic. Don't let it be chronic. Get you a mission statement. Find your purpose, because it's there, it's within you, it's within every single person alive. And check in with your mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being. Be honest, take care of yourself. I love you. You guys have an awesome day. This has been a quick 7-minute video about motivation. Love you, bye.